Brosplay!
Welcome back to an actual episode. So
here's the big beam.
We had mentioned 2 episodes ago that we just went to a wedding. Anyway, we gotta go to reception.
Yes, this is essentially mid-wedding.
This is the post-wedding session, pre-reception session.
The post and pre-session.
Yes.
Everybody knows that the post and the pre are the best parties.
The pre. Oh, I don't think I've ever been to a. Oh, I've been to a
must
post.
have been to a pre.
I've been to a post party. Oh no, I've been to a pre. I've been to a pre party. Yeah, before we went downtown.
My favorite type of party when I was in university was the pre-pre's. So our place was always the place where people would come to pre, but obviously, like you don't want like a couple of people you don't know necessarily that well showing up and you haven't started drinking or anything.
Yeah.
So we would have a pre to our pre. And it would just be the guys in our house, and we're all just, like, getting drunk. So by the time people showed up, there was already a full-on party.
Yeah.
Like, there was no, like, coming in and people were just standing around. Like, no, we're aggressively drinking, playing games. It was on. It was on.
I do have to say, like, my... Totally bad segue. I'm not huge on the concept of marriage, but my big issue with it is people's reasons for getting married. Have you ever asked anybody why do you want to get married and why?
The and why is always the interesting part.
It is. It's very interesting because there's definitely some good reasons for it. But before you're with someone, I mean, I guess you can like have the idea like, yeah, one day. But to say you want to get married before you're actually with someone is a little like you're kind of like missing the point.
Yeah, like I want to be married so that I can be married. What does that mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I want a comedy partner. Like,
are you a comedian?
yeah, that's not a good example, but
well, it could be a good example. It's like if someone said they wanted a sparring partner, and you ask them if they're a martial artist, and they say no. So,
yeah.
Well, then what the fuck? What do you need a sparring partner for?
Yeah. Well, do you even know what it means to be a sparring partner?
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about, you crazy person?
But every time I ask people, it's usually like, well, you know, it's what people do. You shouldn't get married because that's what people do. It's just silly.
Did you just see what that says?
No.
1 of 3 locations. I have to take 2 other locations just to solidify this this capture.
Wow.
That's so absurd.
I guess they're just padding the gameplay because they didn't have any other good ideas.
Yeah. And also, I don't get knocked over by explosions. That bothers me. Because in the last game, explosions were a huge deal. You had to be like really aware that you weren't getting staggered.
Oh.
And now I'm just lighting people up, and vice versa, and I'm fine.
But to keep on my awkward segue way back to what I was talking about, do you know why they used to make cathedrals so ridiculously big?
So that people would feel insignificant by
Yes!
comparison to them?
That's exactly it.
I think you might have told me that, but it's a really interesting commentary when you...
Have you been to an old, like, 13th century cathedral? Like one that's like 4 or 5 stories inside?
No.
Like it's
definitely not that big.
I forget what it's called. It's like it's some sort of perception thing. Vsauce talks about it. Like when you're looking at something that is so far in the distance, like the Grand Canyon. Like photos don't help to really describe how it feels to be right in front of the Grand Canyon because of some sort of perception, like brain perception thing, where your brain can't even believe that it's that like it's never felt that depth before.
Yeah, so it can't just create that in your own head.
Yeah, so it gives you like a feeling. And I was in one that was like really old, somewhere in Ontario, but it was amazing. I totally get why people like churches, like why they built them. Even the tiny one we were in today was nice. It's like this is a nice place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. They're very nice buildings and built with the utmost care and craftsmanship.
Yeah.
Which I think is really important. There's a lot of things that are built like shit or no one cares about them when they're built. And that you don't notice it, but that just doesn't feel good.
The hallway. the staircase in my building.
Yep, that's a pretty good one.
It's a fucking doorstop that the door can't reach.
Yeah, when the door doesn't open all the way to the doorstop, you know you've got some problems.
Are you capturing this? Or is that
I'm supposed to be.
You have to stand on it?
No, I just need to kill one more guy, but they're just not sending guys down to the... Yeah, look at this. It's not...
Oh. Maybe it's a special... See, this is why I stopped playing back then. It's because it had these parts where I'm like, the fuck is happening? Why am I not...
Yeah, it's kind of absurd.
We'll probably run into the issue that I found. It was a spot that I had no idea how to capture. Like, it kept saying it was up, but there was no way to get up.
Oh.
Yeah.
I actually believe that wholeheartedly because... Can I pick it up? Whoa, I can't pick it up.
You should never believe what someone has to say wholeheartedly, brother.
Yes, you should. I disagree. I believe you wholeheartedly when you say that. I'm stuck.
Well, now, people say you shouldn't assume, but there's a lot of things that would be silly if you didn't assume.
Yeah, like let's say someone is mugging you and you run around the corner and you see a guy in a blue outfit with a blue cap on. Probably going to assume that guy is a cop and not a Broadway performer.
Yeah, and yet he could be a Broadway performer.
He could also be another criminal. But if you didn't make that assumption, you're shit out of luck anyways.
I just meant, like, systems. Like, that was really cool. I
I don't know how he got airborne. I think he got airborne off his own rocket.
Like, if you have a system in a workplace or something where it's like, every time you have this is what it means. Like, for you to go, hey, are you sure? Hey, is this what is like, at that point, like, you're just... Night approaches, brother. You're really just spending too much time talking about something that should be assumed.
Yeah, and you were kind of guessing at that point. Okay, I gotta get the fuck out of this line of fire.
You're gonna die. I'm sorry.
I'll make it.
Vergotten.
Vergotten?
Vergotten. That's what it said.
Okay.
That's what it said.
We are vergotten, I guess.
I wouldn't try to say anything that they wouldn't say. What does that say on the wall?
Which wall? This
wall?
wall?
To the right. Freaks are your punishment.
Oh, I thought it was gonna say pissed and headed your way.
Me too. It's like this game. I love self-aware games. I think it's hilarious. It's even better in TV shows. What does that? I'm trying to think.
This is it. This is such an intense tactical lotation. Jesus.
Tactical lotation.
No one at home can see this, but I'm leaning forward.
You are.
I always I always try and avoid things with my head when I'm playing video games. It doesn't make any sense.
Tactical lotation. That sounds like I thought you were gonna say a lotus. The tactical lotus.
Jesus. This whole place is going down in frame rate.
Rockets? What are those called?
Flockets.
Flockets.
But even rockets track you, so I don't really know what they're called.
Well, the flockets fly up.
Yeah, that's really weird. They're like a javelin, but short range.
Short range javelin. Oh, wow. So
the shortest range rocket is the one you hit. Yeah, like explosions that occur basically right on top of me will.
That's a weird decision. A very weird decision.
Yeah, because in the last game you got knocked over by fucking everything. So you really had to be...
Shit.
Okay, that guy is just fucking me up.
Fuck, that's hilarious the way you just bounced around like that.
Yeah, so maybe I need to take the flocket launcher into it because it has more shots in the clip.
I believe in you.
Okay, I'm glad you believe in me. That's one.
I don't really, but it's important that brothers at least pretend to believe in each other.
Is that how it is?
That's how it's been for me, at least.
Okay, yeah, this guy's going. This guy's gotta go. He's the first one.
You're the first.
You think I sent enough rockets after him?
They're flockets, brother. I'll have you know.
So I didn't send a goddamn rocket after him. Not one.
One. Not even once, brother.
Too many cells.
Flockets, not even one. You're reaching there, Mitch.
Hey, if you don't reach for the stars, you're gonna remain on Earth.
Aim for the stars.
So when you miss, you'll land on the moon.
Yeah, land on the... No, it's aim for the moon. If you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. Like, first of all, you can't land amongst the stars. Like, what would you be landing on? A planet?
No,
satellite?
Just in a big ball of fiery gas that would probably consume you.
It would kill you before you got there. Plus, you'd be dead like the moment you left the atmosphere, or probably on your way out because you'd be on fire. Bottom line, don't fuck.
I can't
off
see
with the
anything.
frame rate. Jesus Christ, game! You made a game where the frame rate lowers every time a common thing it happens. Like, what the fuck is that about?
Explosives are my favorite too, which makes it that much harder.
Well, you got an enemy that's firing 8 rockets at you at a time. Like, would you think the frame rate is just gonna like sit there at reasonable pace. It's
I also don't like how there's all these people up on the tops of buildings and they count as part of the cell resistance.
yeah, they expect you to attack this top down, even though the tactical location button is at the bottom.
Fortunately, my explosives are so heavy that if I hit the edge of a building, I can actually blow up people that are standing on
It's
it.
pretty funny, actually. It almost seems like you're cheesing.
Well, I ain't cheesing shit. They're cheesing me. You gotta put enemies on the ground. Like, what is it? He's up like 7 or 8 floors. I can't even tell where that one is.
I don't even know where that guy is. Oh, he's down. Oh,
He's
he is.
there. But where is he? He's up on the building.
He's on the very top.
Yeah.
Maybe go up there. It kind of seems like you have to go up there.
But that's the thing. They will send them down here eventually, but I think you're right. I think I eventually just have to go up. You just can't get up.
This game is not designed for sensitive eye people.
No,
Like
no,
low
it's janky.
Constant low frame rates and face planting into buildings, jumping up and down, hoping you grab onto ledges. It's a lot of jank going on here.
It is a very rough, very quick twitch game.
Quick twitch,
Fast twitch.
fast twitch with an auto lock system too. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, the auto lock system doesn't seem to fit in sometimes, does it? Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
Did you get it?
Yeah, but I don't think that was...
That wasn't the location?
No, that wasn't the third one. That was just like a standalone. God damn it.
Thank you for joining us in this weirdly short but appropriate episode.
Next time, 3 of 3.
Okay. It's a lot to promise. Ah.
Hey, I only make promises I keep.